Greetings everyone, and Gray here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the south side is the Yellow Brits, who got Morkin Condon. Spawn as his Mexican ally, we got Milk and Honey. Spawn on the top right side as Magenta Aztec, we got Kynesie, butchered that, well, name well enough. And spawn as the red Japanese, we got aykin. Either way, when it comes to natives on the map, we got a very important native, the sheep. You can claim all these sheeple and lead them to glory. Additionally, we do also have... Here we go. We do have the Huron settlement, give access to elite mantlet. An effective unit. The nice thing about elite mantlet as opposed to regular mantlets is they cost 0 population, give you a pretty good beefy frontline unit. Surroundable, not so much. There's a lot of wood there. You also, their upgrades increase the build limit by 200%, as well as more mantlets past up to 30 minutes, and of course, better gathering rate. So if you like mantlets, Aztec player now have the team Baja, so it's going for the Baja Revolution. Of course, it's more likely in Mexico to go for Age 4 rather than Age 3. Japanese player has 2v2 Wat. Probably short for water, which I do see some fish markets. I do see Team Chinando. Let's see. Whale oil allows you to get plus 30% gathering rate from whales. Not bad. East Indian ships a dock rickshaw and pushing boats are cheaper. Not bad. That's always quite handy to get early dock and make them cheaper as well. It's a nice 1-2 punch. And other than that, we do have looks like Yumi Archer, Ashikaru Musketeers, as well as some European cannons for more warship stuff. The Musketeer water deck, so the Musketeers are going to go in the water. Overall, seems like a pretty much standard British deck with frigate. And for the Aztec player, we've got team. Don't see. Oh, we do have the team card here. The team Capuli effectively give them 6 villagers for their team. Very nice. And yep, that's about it. We do also got quite a bit of knight cards as well. Also slinger. So we've got knight, slinger, possible Coyote Runner Temple. Those are going to be Eagle Runner Knights overall. Coyote Runner, Eagle Runner Knights, and Slingers. So, shock, and both kinds of shock, and light infantry. The Eagle Runner Knights is one of the very few ranged shock infantry in the game. In fact, I think there's less range shock units in the game than there are counter skirmishers. That's actually how rare that tag is. Got the Hacienda here with the Padre and General. Got the first big button, some Jaguar Prowl Knights, a very good first big button. Give them 16 damage, times 3 versus heavy, as well as providing good torch damage. It's a very nice big button, good for a mix of both aggressive and not aggressive builds, since just a little bit extra field control such as cleaning up shrines is always quite nice. Granted, the Japanese player is his teammate. Does take out the Eagle Scout. The general has gone down. Magenta's trying to go for a forward war hut. The Aztec player does not have the times 2 war hut as well. One thing I like to do as the Aztecs is I like to age up with a war hut and then ship into 2 war huts. There's the Revolt, Baja Revolt. And 3 war huts next to each other are actually very difficult to displace because the war hut shipment also increases their health, and the war hut age up does give them all a little bit of damage there. Here are some filibusters. Looks like going to eye for a bit of filibustering. There's a round of slingers, very good. Filibusters are heavy infantry, slingers are light infantry unit. One of the best light infantry units in the game. They are incredibly cheap. They have... Their damage seems low, like Strelets, but they have ×2 attack speed, and they're incredibly responsive, so you don't have a long wind-up time as from like a longbowman and other archers. Jaguar Prowler Knights trying to torch down the outpost there. Got the Puma Spearmen there as well. Puma Spearmen have excellent siege damage at 14. Now I've got some Owl Hoots, or Banditos, I should say. Light infantry units. They're slightly better than the Renegados, which are one of the best outlaw units in the game. The Free Samurai has gone down. Got Yumi Archers and Ashgar Musketeers advancing, gunning down the Banditos and the Filibusters. He's asking Yellow for a bit of help, but Yellow is actually attacking Magenta directly. Blue should decide to be defensive, don't be aggressive, since he sees his teammate winning versus the Aztecs. This is a great position. Blue just needs to hold on. He doesn't have to win the fight, he just has to make their opponents lose more. Got around slingers here. Good pop slingers down. That must have been from a shipment. We got now the Team Capoli. The Aztec players at 18 villagers. Of course, the Baja California player has 0. Japanese players 26, and the Brits at 27. Now got some Cowboys here. US Cowboys. US Cowboys do offer good damage, but they are a light cavalry unit, which means they get countered by the Slingers, and by Pumas, and by the Jaguar Prowler Knights. Definitely should cool off on the Ashgar Musketeers. Just go for Yumi Archers, I would say. And Yellow's being aggressive with some more Musketeers to his opponent's base. Maybe around a Pikeman would be half bad, just to get some torch damage. Bit of damage there on those Yumi Archers. Number of fishing rafts there by red. Looks like Magentas and red are both falling back. They have to stop these Musketeers from streaming on in. Now got a long round of longbowmen. The Aztec player has a lot of yellow infrastructure there. Town Center's currently firing with 90 damage, has 12 villagers inside. Now it's going for red. Yumi Archer's getting some good kiting there. The Aztec players doesn't have too much in the field, does he? Going for shipment of warrior priests. Probably the best thing he can get. He already got his slinger shipments in. Either that or the ×5 villagers. Maybe actually the coin shipment wouldn't be half bad. Just to get his economy jump started. Jaguar Prowler Knights in good position there, but of course they are finite resource. The last one is elite and goes down there. Puma Spearmen offer good melee damage, 12, which is still worse than Musketeers. Yeah, Musketeers still beat Puma Spearmen in melee. I always find it weird how actually weak many of the hand infantry units are. The War Chief is a very powerful unit as well, but she does go down there. Got around to Ashgar Musketeers. Got some warriors here. Unlike most militia units, they do actually give experience. Blue has quite a bit of trade posts in the field. He actually could try a trade monopoly. More warriors being summoned. That's what he's doing with his 4 warrior priests. around slingers. But right now he's just getting a little bit overran. He has 8 villagers inside, 1 wounded warrior priest. The warrior priest can heal him up. The Aztec player just needs to get out more slingers. He needs more wood collection. Pulls off on the warrior priest to heal up the warrior priest. Can't say if that's a good idea or not. That is going to be a bit of a slowdown in warrior production. It is a pretty good swell of musketeers. Blue's now advancing with a good number of banditos. Banditos do offer okay siege damage, which is better than most light infantry units. And effectively, it's a usable siege damage. The war chief has been brought back on up, and this will force him times 2 aura. Times 2 experience aura is actually very, very good. More band or quartos being employed in the field. Got the Eastern Medicine Imperial Box bureaucracy. Got some longbow by the British player. And it's taking time to slow gun down the slingers. Now I got a number of quartos, another light infantry unit, and the non-United States one. And blue's now advanced way forward. Doesn't look good. Red is rotating his forces around. It's a good number of Ashgar musketeers, but they of course are countered by all the light infantry units. Yes. Yellow's now coming forward to flank. Magenta's bringing over his handful of forces here. Slingers now somewhat in melee. Longbows have 11 damage in melee. Slingers have 4, so don't put slingers in melee. They have less DPS than their ranged attack. Blue's now destroying some more of this infrastructure. Japanese player is now pushing pop cap, brings in the sentries and the irregulars. Do now have some coyote runners there, but they're just too many musketeers. Blue's now advancing towards Japanese villagers. Does escape on out of there. Jack Players has 52 villagers. Now going for some shinobi, which are light infantry units, which will mean they won't be countered by the banditos. The problem is, 1 is not enough. And now it looks like yellow has increased grenade trooper health. I think filibusters are classified as grenade troopers, right? Red's trying to bring back his army, trying to protect his own towns and now does have shipment available. He is going for the Yumi Archer attack. So now the musketeers and longbowmen push way forward, getting some hits on these forces. Magenta is still pulling out warriors. Good volleys here. The Ashgar musketeers are not a great option versus the banditos. There's not too many banditos. Got a good number of quartos. They do have a pretty good charge attack as well. And looks like Magetta's resigned, and like the red will soon follow, so I'm just going to fast forward. Nothing much you can do versus this, I would say. And yellow cast GG, and red has back the game now. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.